What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 3. Today we're going to be putting in the new cross member and lower control arms in here. I got my mounts for the transmission and the motor in here, so let's get to it. Alright guys, I just opened up the motor mounts, and these are some CX Racing ones that I got. I think it was around like 500 bucks, but these welds are looking pretty solid, so I'm actually kind of impressed. I've never ordered anything from them before, but looks like they got some good work. So future reference, we'll see how they fit and all that. In case anyone's interested in, you know, JZ swapping a S30 chassis. Alright guys, I got everything disconnected on this side, so the suspension is free. I already have Willwoods on the front. I gotta do the rears. I put these on before I actually, we start the YouTube page. Anyway, that side's disconnected, so we're gonna move on to this side. Alrighty. Disconnected. Now, we're gonna disconnect all this and drop it down and put in the new one. So, stay tuned for the JZ stuff.
Dude,
we're gonna drop her down.
It's time, man. Oh. Yeah.
Oh boy. It's out.
Got him. Slide her on out, dude.
Ow.
Out with the in with the new.
So I'm gonna tell you again, because I already told you once and I told you twice. So I'm gonna tell you again. We're putting that in there instead of that.
That's the difference. Look how fancy that one looks.
Alright guys, so I have all my bits and pieces laid out. Huge bag of bolts, lower control arms, tension control rods, few other miscellaneous parts. I've never done this before, so I'm gonna try to make this look like a better version of that.
It looks confusing as fuck.
Yeah, there's a lot of little bits and pieces and stuff. So I'm gonna try to figure out where everything goes and get this thing together. Let's get to it, I guess. Yeah, let's figure this out. Okay, so already ran into my first issue. So I was going through the kit and I was just about to bolt up the brackets for the steering rack, and they only sent me these. Just the lower parts. I'm guessing these are just the lowers. I can't find the uppers anywhere, and I've searched through all the boxes. You can see, I mean, I laid everything out besides like a few bolts in there. That box is empty. I mean, the kit's dope and it's quality work. But I mean, if you pay $1,500 for a kit, I expect to have everything. I ordered this kit a few months ago, I'd say like 6 months ago or so. Just haven't gotten around to it because I was waiting for the JZ swap. But anyway, I'm gonna make the best of it and probably just use the upper brackets from that one and fit them onto these. It is what it is, but I guess we'll go along and see if we run into any other complications. So, okay, so I got the steering rack off the old cross member. My dad just made some mistakes, so I'm gonna go inside and look up if I can figure out what bolts go to what. Those two bags right there, one's labeled 6, one's labeled 7. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna look on their website see if they have any sort of installation instructions, and hopefully we can get this together tonight. I mean, it's a lot more complicated than what I thought it was gonna be, but we're gonna get it done because that's what we don't do.
You ain't gonna get it done, dude.
We don't get anything
You're not
done.
gonna get it done, dude. It's gonna get you done.
After reading the instructions and looking at all that, I realized I didn't have the right tools, so I went and bought tools, which I spent $105 on to put this thing together, which is still not together. Also, I read and found out that these clamps for the steering rack, the top clamps are sold separately, which is stupid, in my opinion, if you're gonna spend $1,500 and the clamps for the top side are sold separately for another 125 bucks. But with that being said, now I have the tools, read the instructions, I just gotta read them and go through them and actually put this thing together now that it's 9 o'clock at night. So, let's get it done. Alright, well Jam held it in there while I put the bolts in. It's not tightened down yet, but this is in.
Look how pretty it is compared to the rest of the crusty engine bay.
Yeah, it's very crusty and that's like brand spanking new.
But we scratched it. Sage is real upset.
Yeah, we scratched these. They're...
Now it's gonna rust because it even came in contact with the Z.
You know what? I don't want to hear it.
Truth hurts,
I don't want to
Sage.
hear it.
Truth hurts. Accept it.
Anyway, so from here, we're going to continue in the process.
We're gonna read the instructions this time.
Yeah, of reading the instructions. So I've actually been reading them. But it does say install that first. And then I already forgot what it says next. But we're going to do whatever that says.
We're going to put those in here, mock them up, and drill holes. That's what we're doing next.
All right, dude. What are you doing?
So I just bolted this side in. And I've been mocking it up. So basically, it's... Follow the instructions when you do this. If anyone decides to buy an Apex cross member, because I didn't.
So now all you have to do is drill these holes.
Yep, there's a hole here and then two on this side. So we'll just drill through that and then bolt up this plate on the back side of it. All right, guys. So this is where we've gotten to. So it's pretty much mocked up. Got the holes drilled. I didn't film that just because it's really tight in there, and I'm the only one. They're doing their own thing, and Aaron was doing body work. So I didn't film that, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Basically, once when you have the cross member bolted in and set, then you bolt in these braces, and they literally line up where they're supposed to go, and then you just drill holes through those, and then all you have to do is just make it so it's hand tight, so then you can pull this out of the way, twist it, and then just drill your holes bigger or whatever, and then flip it back over. Do that. And then on this side, you bolt up these little guys, which line right up with the original tension control rod holes. And so what's next is we take these and we bolt these up like so. And they're like that. And then that's where our tension control rods are gonna go. Still have to do the lower control arms. As you can see, I still have a ways to go, but we're getting there, getting stuff done now that I bought $105 worth of tools. So stay tuned, we're getting her done. All right, guys, so I finally have this set up, the bracket for the tension control rod. It's a little bit wonky, so essentially what I did is that on the back side you have the bolts or the nuts that go to these bolts, and these bolts set into like a little square piece to set them. So what I did is I loosened all of them. There's 3 on this, right? There's a little nut that holds this into place. So I loosened all of these and took these 2 out, dropped this down so it swung down, and then I was able to put this on, which I just twisted out of the way to put these bolts in the back side while it was still down. When the bolts were in, I put it up into place because you can't turn this, obviously, because of the body of the car. So the bolts were in there, I lined it up, and then I tightened these, and then I installed this with the bushing. And then on the back side, you have, if I can get under here, this big nut right here. So that big nut and washer, and it was about 3 ugga duggas to get it really tight. So what we're gonna do is I think I'm gonna continue working on this side just so I know how to get the rest of it bolted up. It should be a cakewalk from here, but I don't want to say that because I'm gonna jinx myself. But let's continue. Look at those big brakes. Woo! All right, guys. So as you can see, I still got some parts on the ground, slow control arms and my tension control rods. But I do have the cross member in, so I'm gonna come out here tomorrow and finish this up with me. I'm Dweeble D and Justin's Dweeble Dumb. But anyway, we're gonna come out here and finish it up.
Remember to check out our YouTube and like and subscribe. You fucked me up. Like and subscribe.